tell us what we need to know about this complaint, the context that led up to it, and exactly what it is that it alleges.
Well, I think there's sort of three important dimensions here. First of all, it's necessary to show intention. In other words, the South African lawyers understood that they had to provide evidence that Israel had the intent to commit genocide. Second, you have to show evidence of destruction and death inside of Gaza that reflects an effort to either destroy the Palestinian population as a whole or to destroy a substantial part of it. So there's the intention plus the action. And then the third thing is context. And what the report does is it shows that although Israel has not engaged in genocide before with regard to Gaza, there's no question that Israel has pursued for a very long time really brutal policies towards the Gazan Palestinians. And therefore, although this is a more extreme form of behavior on the part of the Israelis, it's not that unusual, not that special, given what's happened before. So those are the three key dimensions at play here, in my opinion. And I think what a lot of people see here is a gradual evolution, that the Israelis, started off thinking they could probably ethnically cleanse Gaza without having to kill that many Palestinians. But the ethnic cleansing hasn't worked, and the Israelis have decided to double down and continue to bomb Gaza and to continue to cut off, in large part, the supply of food and medicine and gasoline into Gaza. Now, what this means is that there is a huge danger that many Palestinians will die of hunger or disease in the months ahead. And that's why people think that this number of about 22,000 dead Palestinians is going to really increase greatly over the course of the next few months, if not the rest of 2024. The Israelis are making it clear that this war is going to go on for a long time. And if you look at the desperate straits that the Palestinians are in, and you think about the medical situation and the food situation, many, many more thousands of Palestinians are going to die. And this is what causes people to think that a genocide is in train. In other words, it's not like all of a sudden you go from a situation where there's no bombing to where you wipe out the Palestinian population the next day, right? Nobody would argue that that's what's happening here. It's much more evolutionary in nature. Lots of people have already been killed, and the conditions are in place for a lot more people to die. And the Israelis show no interest in backing off. Let me just say, Glenn, that I think before October 7th, there was no question that most Israelis, certainly on the right and in the center, understood that ethnically cleansing both the West Bank and Gaza would be good for Israel, because Israel has a major problem, and that is that it is an apartheid state. You can read the reports by Human Rights Watch, Amnesty International, and B'Tselem, which is the most prestigious and largest human rights group inside Israel. And they have all written lengthy reports that make the case that Israel is an apartheid state. And I think most Israelis think that this is untenable over the long term. And they believe.
Can I just interrupt? Can I just interject there, just so for people who hear that, just explain what you mean by that. What is an apartheid state, and why is it a phrase that accurately describes the situation in Israel and Palestine?
Well, I think an apartheid state, in very simple terms, is one where the dominant group treats the subjugated group in a cruel manner, and I'm choosing my words carefully here, in a cruel manner over an extended period of time. And if you look at how the Israelis have treated the Palestinians in the West Bank and in Gaza since 1967, when Israel acquired those territories, I think there's no question that they have treated the Palestinians cruelly,